Choice Hotels get you more of what you value. Comfort Inn, it's calling your name. Save on the stay. Oh, and free waffles are yours to claim. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Strangely enough, with Op Ivy, we could have technically done a one record full on deprogrammed. I mean, it would have ultimately been the same way it worked out. You know, we did. I mean, we might have pushed it up to 10, but we did Bruce Willis, and Bruce Willis I think was only 24 songs. So, but his was over 2 records, so that would be the big difference here. So John, I mean, this feels pretty obvious because we just did Rancid, but what else about Op Ivy do we need to know as we go in?
I mean,
The Lincoln Spring Sales event is on now, and there's never been a better time to experience the feeling of driving a Lincoln. Pictures, sunlight through the available panoramic vista roof, music, weather, and maps on the 48-inch panoramic display, and a drive so smooth that inspiration rides up front. Stepping out better than you got in. That's the Lincoln feeling. Get behind the wheel of the 2026 Lincoln Nautilus SUV and discover exceptional offers only at your local Lincoln retailer.
yeah, what can you say? They're just one of those bands that, like, when you're 14 or 15 years old and you're just getting into punk rock, like, someone will hand you the Operation Ivy discography in a shirt and be like, "Here you go, you're on your way." Like, they're just, I mean, it's just amazing to think they were like 17, 18 years old and were able to kind of take these two genres of music and fuse them together and create this sound that, like, whenever anyone heard it, they were immediately like, well, this is the greatest thing of all time and this is what I want to do. Like, they created a genre like that had almost never been done before. Like, ska had never been played like that before. And they're just, I mean, the way that Jesse sings, the lyrics are so deep for the time. Like, you got this guy's 17, 18 years old, and he's like, this stuff still resonates with me at like 44 years old. Like, I can still go back and listen to it and be very, very impressed with the songwriting. And then, obviously we talked about Matt Freeman's bass playing in Rancid, just an incredible talent, on the bass, which I always love. And then, Lint, Tim Armstrong here, like, kind of not be playing the front man, but being the, playing that really hard guitar and just creating the sound that would, like, resonate for generations to come. Like, they're just an amazing band, and they existed for 18 months or 2 years or whatever it was. Like, you can go and watch their last show on YouTube in the end where they play Unity. Like, everyone jumps on stage. They're made one of the reasons that I became really obsessed with the Gilman Street and Lookout Records stuff, and like that stuff became a big part of my life. So just an incredible band, short lived. Only the one record. There's other things out there. Bootlegs and demos and stuff you can find, but just an amazing band. One of the most legendary punk rock bands.
So you immediately signed on, Randy. Op Ivy, tell me.
Yeah, I think I actually suggested this to you a couple months ago. Like, hey, Justin, if you're falling behind, we can knock this out in about an hour. Like, listen to it for the hour that it is, and then just go and play it. Yeah, everything that John said, I'm just gonna piggyback off of. They are almost like folklore now. It's almost like it almost didn't happen in a way, because like any opportunity for them to get back together. I know they did the little thing at your cousin's house, John.
Oh, it was at my cousin's house, yes.
Yeah, that's gotta sting. But like, every opportunity where people like Operation Ivy get back together, it just it wasn't even a thought almost. It just never seemed like it was possible. And yeah, I fully, honestly, I'm probably that guy that John was saying. That's, if I was a freshman in high school, a junior in high school, gave me the Energy CD and said, go on your merry way. And I came back, it's like I came back to school the next day a man and was wearing an Operation Ivy hoodie, which in my junior year of high school, I literally wore an Operation Ivy hoodie every single day, every day. And if that hoodie was in the wash, then I was wearing a Less Than Jake hoodie. I just switched off between the two. They are one of the most influential bands to a certain genre that I've ever seen, ever. Like, I mean, I don't want to really put them in this category, but like, they're kind of in their field, they're Beatles-esque. You know what I mean? Like, everybody after that took what they were doing and made it their own. Somebody said, like, the Bosstones. Boston said, "Oh, listen to that. We can do that, but put some horns to it. Make it, give the actual ska idea, the original ska idea, a punk flavor." And there you go. There's third wave. And Less Than Jake, I just said, they were one of the early pioneers. They did the same thing. They were basically kind of the same as Op Ivy. They formed the band when they were like 18, 19, and they just after a couple of years just took off. And they're still making records to this day. But like, literally that whole entire ska boom that happened in the mid 90s, not one of those bands that you could say, like Real Big Fish and Rancid and you name whatever ska band that got popular in that era, not one of those bands was not 100% and maybe even cited as the main influence by Operation Ivy. Not one.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't exist without them.
100%.
Bradley, same question to you. You said I'm in. Talk to me about Op Ivy.
Yeah, no. As we mentioned earlier, I was a big fan of Rancid, and I was also a huge fan of Green Day. So it was kind of only a matter of time before I end up, finding this record, and yeah, I mean, I Randy and John kind of said it best. So there's not much more I can add, but yeah, they're incredibly influential, and yeah, I just it's one of those that was always in my my little zip up CD case thing for my car. I always had it in there, and it was always one that that I'd throw on because it's not that long of an album, and it's perfect driving music. So I had quite a few listens of it. So I was happy to participate in this little experiment we got going on here.
That's it's interesting you bring up Green Day because like there's a connection there. Like obviously Green Day, I think to this day will cover Knowledge.
Yeah,
and they
almost
kind of
every
play
show.
it like
I
like
was gonna
a
say
silly kind of version of it, like almost a country version of it.
Yep.
But they've kind of carried that Operation Ivy kind of legacy on, and like obviously Billy Joe was just a kid going to see these shows. Actually, I think there's Billy Joe almost joined Rancid for a while when they were looking for a second guitar player. I think he played a few shows with them. But there's definitely like they Operation Ivy, Green Day, like when Operation Ivy broke up, Green Day was the band from that scene that kind of started to rise and take on that mantle.
Yep.
So I'm familiar with the name Operation Ivy. If you showed me the album cover, I've seen it God knows how many times,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you've seen Randy wear that hoodie, then you would have seen it.
That's
Every picture of me from my junior, senior year of high school.
I've still got my
am wearing
Operation
it.
Ivy shirt from high school.
And I mean, it's funny that I never got in because I'm a fan of Green Day. I'm a fan of Blink. Blink definitely, gives Op Ivy their due. I'm aware of Rancid. I'm aware of a lot of the stuff that came from Operation Ivy, and very much enjoy things that came from Operation Ivy. So it is bizarre to me that I don't know. Maybe I just kind of didn't know the story, and that there was only the one record, and that it would have taken an hour and just do it. Like, I think it kind of just took John going, "Can we just do this now?" I was like, "All right." Fine.
It was the right time. If there was ever a time, it was this.
Yeah, of course.
So we're doing this a little differently. We're only pulling because it's 27 songs, one record. We're only going to do 5, so we only get 8 songs each. And part of the reason we settled on that, we'll talk about more afterwards. But I kind of wanted to just make Randy angry because he wanted more. He wanted more.
Man, that's the truth.
But I also think eight's a good number. So we're looking to make 5. And look, I always say this: don't be me. If you like punk rock at all, if you like ska at all, if you like a lot of the bands we've already talked about, there's literally zero chance you won't like this. So just take the hour, go listen to Operation Ivy. Don't be me. But if you do need that extra little edge, I'm going to start here. The name of the game is Deprogrammed. The 4 of us have come to the one record, 27 songs, and plucked out 8 that we're now going to match together. We got a top 5 starter kit.
Did that when I was 14.
Starter kit for you, in case you have never given Operation Ivy the time of day. Look, man.
This would be the show for like 12-year-olds. Like, this is the one that you need to listen to.
I'm going to play it for my son.
Yeah.
So, look, we all know I'm a sucker for a track one. This is one band with one album. I'm going to go Knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. There's one.
Yeah.
And it could go anywhere from here.
Pretty much.
But this one was the most gimme of the gimmies, I feel like.
Yeah.
All right, John?
Well, real quick, I want to, because I mentioned there's other Operation Ivy songs out there that you can find, and one of them is called Hedgecore, which really, I think they had this thing where they would jump into hedges randomly around Berkeley, and like Operation Ivy is kind of a similar thing the name came out of. So I really wanted to take Hedgecore. It's like a 9-minute ska jam. Seek that one out if you can, but I did not take it. I'm gonna go with Jaded.
No.
No, I do not.
Guys.
Nope, me neither.
Guys.
8 songs.
We're gonna have to reevaluate this.
8 freaking songs.
We're gonna need some NTP on this one.
I mean, it's quite possible we get there, actually.
Yeah.
It's quite possible we get there. All right, Randy?
Take warning, take warning.
Yes, I
No.
have it.
I don't.
No.
All right, so take one.
See, that one was the same thing. How do you not fucking have this song?
Because there's only 8, Randy. All right, Bradley?
Wow, that got thrown right back in my face.
Well, we've mentioned track 1, 3, and 4. How about track 2, Sound System?
Yes.
I got it.
Yes.
There we
Yeah,
go.
that was automatic.
Oh,
There's a movie about the Gilman Street scene called Turn It Around that came out a few years ago. And there's a scene where Tim Armstrong is just sitting in the UC Berkeley campus with an acoustic guitar, and he's just strumming Sound System. People are just walking by oblivious. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
let's see. Sorry, I'm just writing the ones that did not get unanimous. All right, back around to me, eh? This one came up earlier, and it made my list, so why not bring it up now? Unity.
No.
Yes.
Yes. You got to have unity. Come on.
Look, there's a reason why I think that I didn't take it over the other ones. It's because back in like 03, 04, when the Iraq War was really, that was what was going on in the world. Every band covered this at every show. You'd go 3 shows. You go
It
Friday,
was on Rock
Saturday,
Against
Sunday
Bush.
shows.
That's like your favorite.
It is. You're
Yeah.
right. I realized in the last 2 days I like 8 other songs better than Unity.
That's rough.
Yeah, it is. It is, but
It's the last song they played as a band at the last show.
Oh, that's interesting. No, that's an interesting one to. John.
All right, in high school, I chose a lyric from this song to be one of my senior quotes. You know, you do that thing in the yearbook where like we're gonna give you like 3 or 4 lines to put next to your picture, and you can have a whole thing. You know, everybody does their kind of cheesy thing. So mine was I was gonna pick what was once rebellion is now clearly just a social sect. Sect, like if that's a word. Um, to their unending non-credit, the yearbook directors at my school decided to change that to secret instead of sect, which changes the meaning completely and ruined the whole vibe that I was going for. So fuck you to those people. Gonna find you.
Yes, I have it.
I don't. So it's got 2.
Yep.
All right. Gonna find you 2. I should have done a thing for this, but I did not. All right, Randy?
This is going to be a 1, and I don't care because I love the goddamn song. I remember specifically being in my room, sitting there with a guitar and probably like a printed out guitar tab open, and just playing this over and over and over again, trying to get it down. And it's just, it has no lyrics, but I don't give a flying fuck. It's the most catchy song, maybe one of the most catchy songs off this record. Bank Shot.
I do not.
That was somebody's got it.
Bradley, do you say you had it?
No, I do not.
Well,
I thought I heard
I didn't think so, but I had to take it for my own fandom.
All right, so it's just a 1 then. Bank Shot. Here, let's do the thing. Once again, if it's one record with 27 songs, I don't really have reasons for not having anything. So I owe you nothing.
I mean, well, I was gonna say this seems like the easiest one to cut because it doesn't have lyrics. You know what I mean?
Instrumental, yeah.
All right, Bradley.
Let's see. Well, I don't have any cool stories like the last couple. I just have a song I like. I like the song "Big City."
I'm gonna say that after everyone, but no.
Oh man, I thought I had that one. No.
No, good one, but I'd probably number 9 or 10.
And you brought it up on the last episode. I noticed.
Yep.
So that was good timing, I suppose.
Yep.
All right. How about The Crowd?
Yes, I got that.
I do too.
Nope.
Okay, 3.
There's a 3.
Add that to This Is Why. All right, John?
Officer.
Nope.
I thought I had that one too. No?
I do not.
I think I must have cut that like right before, because I thought I had it. All right, Randy?
Hoboken.
I do not.
Nope.
Nope. You're going off the wall on these. You didn't have like some of the classic ones, but you're picking the off the wall ones.
There's a lot of songs off the record. And then I only had to pick 8, so it happens.
Saying
All right, Bradley?
In this situation,
Well, I only have one song left,
Oh, look
and
at you.
it's "Vulnerability."
No.
Nope.
that was number 9. No.
All right, so Bradley's done. I've still got 4 left. How about Bombshell?
That was 9 for me.
Nope.
All right, Dead in the Water. All right, John?
Healthy Body.
No.
Nope. Randy.
Room Without a Window.
No.
Nope.
All right. Smiling.
Nope.
When your friends are watching. No, I didn't take it.
That was one I cut. I originally made a list. I originally flagged 10 of them, and that was one of my 2 cuts to narrow it down to 8.
John.
My last one is Freeze Up.
Nope. Randy.
My last one is Bad Town.
That was the other one I cut for my 10.
Nope.
Well, we got 4 to put it on 5.
Yeah, I got 2 left. Yelling in my ear. I got no. What did we cover? Like almost the entire record there.
I think 1, 2,
Just about.
6. I think 7 got no votes, if I counted correctly.
So, funnily enough, what? Two got in unanimous. Knowledge and Sound System. I guess everybody must. I mean, again, we only had 8 songs out of the 27. So, do we take those 3s? What do we got? The Crowd and Unity.
Let's just make a top 6 and put them all in.
Yeah. If this is like a one-off, then
All right. So what is that?
They all deserve it.
What is that? The Crowd, Unity, Take Warning, Come Find You.
Ain't gonna find you.
Gonna Find You. Let's see. Knowledge, Sound System, Unity, Take Warning, Gonna Find You, The Crowd. There we go.
I can't cut any of those.
I'm with it.
yeah, let's. Yep.
I'm with it.
This was an unmitigated disaster. Let's just do it.
What do you expect?
Yeah, we did it though. We got through it.
Yeah, and I mean, look. Here, I'm going to give you an exact runtime here, folks. 27 songs, 50 minutes, 47 seconds. It's worth every second. If you like any of these 6 songs, if you like any of the bands that we've mentioned, it's worth taking your time and listening to this record.